Hi, my name is Kristy Redepenning, and I am a member of the call team.
And I'm Laurie Boeshans. I'm on Vision Council.
Pastor Darwin, what is the history of the call team? Where are we at, and what are the next steps?
Okay, thank you for that question. I'm glad to be here with both of you. Today's snapshot really is starting out with how the call team came to be. In early June of 2023, the Vision Council, the Frienders, and the personnel team, along with Pastor Andrea, formed a call team to seek a full-time or a part-time associate pastor for the staff position to help with pastoral ministry for a church of our size, with special emphasis on pastoral care and visitation, especially for our senior citizens members. So, how is the call team doing and going? This is a good question. The call team spent about 2 months carving out a call statement and a pastoral profile to find out who Hawley Lutheran Church is. What is the church all about? Its theme, its purpose, its passion, its mission, its ministry, its vision, and its needs for an associate pastor. So by September 2023, this statement and profile were placed onto our church website. And I believe it's probably still there if you would go to that website and look for it. It was also put on the LCMC website, and we contacted other people and officers within our denomination and people that we knew in leadership positions concerning a pastor. We received a number of applications, some of which didn't meet our needs or have the needed qualifications. 2 looked promising. The first, after a Zoom interview, withdrew his application because he decided to stay near where most of his family was. The second was interviewed by Zoom and invited to be interviewed in person at our church. But that did not progress because of his personal financial expectations. So the call team remains, in a manner of speaking, in a holding position or pattern, while prayerfully trying to discern the next steps. The challenges we face is a challenge that every denomination is experiencing across the board. Difficulty in finding pastors. Many churches face 1 to 2 years or longer wait time until securing a pastor for their church. This is not unusual. So much so that a recruiting industry has grown up to help churches find pastors, not only in their area, but a wider search area. There are challenges for churches across the board in finding pastors, as I've said. Just for our information, our denomination, LCMC, has 72 church openings right now, and only 14 pastors that are seeking new church positions. And most of them want a lead pastor position. Also, pastors are aging out, like yours truly, and there's not as many young people entering the ministry as have been in years past. And it's not something that all of us hasn't thought about of our society and so forth, that our society is moving away from Christianity and the church and the faith. Many young people and older today consider themselves nuns, which means they have no religious affiliation or don't really want to be considered connected to any denomination. But even in Jesus' time, he said, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into his harvest field." Therefore, even though we remain in a holding pattern, we have renewed contact with our denominational leaders and officers. We've begun contacting seminaries, educational institutions, personal contacts with pastors and churches and people we know that may have some ideas about new pastors, or pastors themselves who may not have even thought about moving as yet. Now I'm going to ask you to become bold yourself and to ask others that you know, whether it be in your family or in your extended family, whether it be friends or neighbors that you know, if any of them know of a pastor that's looking for a pastoral position, or if they know of a church that would have somebody available, or that there might be some knowledge somewhere, sometime, to be of interest to us to follow up. God does work in mysterious ways and places for his purpose. We're still looking for a full-time or possibly a part-time associate pastor, and it's even been suggested for us to think about even a lay pastor assistant. Prayer is our mainstay. There's always a learning curve for God's people, even in times of waiting. What would God have us learn in our spiritual journey and on this holding pattern today? We continue to pray, asking that in God's will and time, he will provide for Hawley Lutheran. Since we believe God is sovereign, he already knows who that person is for our time and circumstances. So thanks be to God. Please know that we will continue to inform you as circumstances develop. Next week, we will look at what pastoral care entails and how we can help one another in that ministry. Thank you again to the Vision Council, to our call team, and for Dave for taping our snapshots. Further questions can be directed to our call team or even the Vision Council. Thanks for listening. Pray for the call team. Pray for God moving hearts and for harvesters for his kingdom. Okay, Dave, that's another wrap.